What's going on, guys? My name is Matt Omega, and welcome back to Let's Play Metroid Prime. In the last episode, we finished up in the phase on mines for the time being. Got ourselves our grapple beam back, we got 2 new artifacts, and we also got the last of our visors, the X-ray visor, which allows us to see through some things and also see some invisible things. So, yeah, just some enhanced sight going on there. And in this episode, we're kicking things off in the Chozo Ruins, again, because we have more upgrades, again, and can do more things here now because of it, again. I'm noticing a pattern. Anyway, first stop is not too far away. The first thing I'm going to be doing is heading back to the furnace, so just back through the Hall of Elders like I showed before. Alright, back here in the furnace. Now do get ready for a fight because, again, this is one of the places where Chozo Ghost can show up now. And it wasn't fully spawned in, so I just wasted a super missile. Wow. Okay, so I can't hit them while they're moving. I can see them while they're moving, but I just can't hit them. It's great. Anyway, there is... yes. That up there. Now, we've scanned the plate of parasites before, but we had no way to get up to that spider ball track. Search along the ground here. The floor here is made of bendesium. So... you know what to do this time. And... half pipe. This game really loves its half pipes. Not as much as Prime 2 loves its half pipes. Did I just... half pipes? But yes, more half pipes. And can I... there we go. And as our scan earlier did indeed tell us, these things can't be taken out with beams or anything like that. They can only be taken out with morphor bombs. Alright, so we're going to need to be a bit careful here. Watch out for your drop shadow here so you know where to drop off the spider ball track so you can get hit by a plate of parasite and fall back down to the ground like a dope. Yeah. Come on, move it along. There we go. So, like I said when we were climbing up Great Tree Hall last time, get used to seeing instances of having to drop from spider ball tracks onto other spider ball tracks or other things like that. They're starting to get pretty creative with all this. Okay. I'm that right. And for our efforts, we get a missile expansion. Now, the next place I want to go is actually somewhere we've been able to, well, see for a long time now, but not somewhere we've actually been able to progress through much at all. There's one other door in the Ruined Fountain that I have not even touched at all through the entire game so far. We finally have the means to go through this last path leading back around to the main plaza, so I'm going to head on back through the Arboretum. I still don't know how to pronounce that word. And I'll meet you guys back in the Ruined Fountain. Alright, so back here in the Ruined Fountain. Time to finally go through this last door. Heading on through here, we got a few blast caps. A lot of foliage along this path. Through this door. And we got a very hot room. There's magma and stuff everywhere. Yeah, we would not have been able to go any further until this point because we needed the grapple beam. Yeah, that is quite the requirement for an area that we can potentially try and discover so early. Now, is this a bendesium wall? Yes. Take this out. And look at this. Power Bomb expansion. Now notice that whenever we get Power Bomb expansions, we'll hear the regular item pickup music instead of just the shortened one we normally get for other missile expansions. You know, the little doot. Yeah, with Power Bomb expansions, we get the full theme. Which I guess is kind of appropriate because these things are pretty scarce and Power Bombs are just so goddamn well, powerful. Well, as they should be. Anyway, we haven't seen one of these in a while. Chozo lore. The power of our temple and the 12 artifacts has sealed an evil in the depths of this planet. However, the future is cloudy to us. A world of veils where dark apparitions flit in the shadows. In this strange world, one image stands out in the mist, and flickering through the landscape, wraith-like. It is a human, a lone figure shining in the toxic shadows. We Chozo do not know what it is, but our hearts swell with hope at the promise of that glowing light. We will place our faith in our shrine. We will be there when the light shines upon our land. Now, I do want to check real quick. I think that might be all the Chozo lore in the game. Yeah. So that right there was the very last piece of Chozo lore we had left to scan. Nice. So, heading on through this way. Now, in this hall in particular, you've got to keep an ear out. Because this is one of the more well-hidden items to find. There's actually a little tunnel back in this foliage. You won't be able to see it very well. The only clue you have is the noise. The sound that pickups normally make. There we have one of the best hidden missile expansions in the game. So, I hope your ears are good. In here. Of course. We can't really go anywhere without having to put up with these things, can we? They just sidestep out of the way of that super missile. Don't you give me no sass. Alright. It seems to have unlocked a couple things. This is called the training chamber. That sounds fun. And looks like we're going to get some rewards. Nice. Or at least a reward. Well, at least lining yourself up in this half pipe is pretty easy because there's a very convenient line here for us. Staying straight on the line, however, is another issue entirely. Alright, so one on the left lets us progress forward. One on the right gives us a lift and a spider ball track. Oh. There we go. I actually thought I was going to fall there. Coming on in through here. Energy tank. I think that makes 12? Yeah, 12. And as you might be able to tell from the amount of space that's up left above our energy bar there, we only have, I say, 2 more left to go, it looks like. Sweet. Alright, so in through this here. Whoa. And we got more pistons that want to try either help us progress upward or crush us. It's always a good time. Yeah, come on. Ah. Woo! And we're out. And out from here, we have another grapple point out there. Now be careful with this one. We're gonna need a jump for it. There we go. Here we are. Missile expansion. Missile expansion. Alright. Now I think that is everything else that's left for us at the moment. Given we have pretty much all the upgrades, I can't remember if that's everything in the Chozo Ruins. But if not, we'll be back. Again. Yeah. Anyway, since we're close by, the next stop I want to make is back at the impact crater to see what other artifact hints we can find. Alright, what we got? Now, 5 of these will be filled in now. Like that. There should be 2 more hints for us here now. A molten lake lies within the tunnels of Magmoor. Shatter the column at the lake's center to reveal the artifact of nature. That's artifact of Chozo. Here we go. Near Fendrana's shores, a temple stands. Thaw the frozen waters flowing from the Elder to find the artifact of sun. Now, I do believe that is everything available to us at the moment. It indeed is. So, how about we go ahead and head to one of the locations that we were just hinted at. Magmoor Caverns. See you guys back down there. Specifically, I'm heading back down to Magmoor via the elevator back in Chozo Ruins. Yeah, I already needed to go back there again. Reason for that is because there are a fair few items we can collect throughout the entire caverns now that are pretty much scattered all throughout the place. So, instead of going to Talon Overworld's, the Talon Overworld West elevator and going back and forth, I decided to just go for the Chozo Ruins one just to get everything in one straight shot. Our first stop is the Lava Lake, which is only just up ahead. And is a case of something where if you know where all the artifacts are to begin with, it's one of them that you can easily go out of your way to get pretty early on without needing any kind of hint for it. It's one I've decided to get now just because I wanted to wait until I had the hint for it, because again, I want to show you how a first timer might have gone through some of this. Now, I believe it is that pillar in the middle. Shoot it with 2 missiles. And there's our next artifact. Now, with a well-placed jump, you can get this the first time you get into Magmoor Caverns. I don't know how to do that well-placed jump, so normally I wait till I get the space jump boots. But again, of course, I'm getting it now because I wanted to wait for the hint for it. And it took me this long because this is the artifact of nature, the 8th of 12, and one which we just got the hint for. Alright, so our next stop is once they'll let me bring up the... I was pressing the wrong button. Our next stop is just ahead in the Triclops pit. Which also isn't too far away. It'll also allow me to show off something really neat about traversing Magmoor Caverns again when you have some more upgrades. In this room just up ahead, when we first came here, we would have had to morph our way through and deal with the Triclops. Or Triclopes, however you want to say it. But with space jump boots, you can actually just double jump right over it. It's cool. Now, back here in the Triclops pits, there are flying pirates. Good to know, I guess. Anyway, in here, I want to use the X-ray visor because there are some invisible platforms around, like that one. Now, I can't remember, is it a moving platform? No, it's just really far away. Come along these platforms. We have another pillar here we can break with a missile. For another missile expansion. The next stop for us is, again, just ahead, up in the monitor station. The big room we normally would have had to climb to get to Fendrana Drifts. Where do I want to go from here? Yeah, there's no more flying pirates in here, are there? No? Good. Oh, I love the space jump boots. Screw all that noise. It's just one of the awesome things about coming back through with a lot of your upgrades. Just, things are so much easier to traverse. And enemies are so much easier to deal with. There's no more turrets, are there? No? Good. Our next stop is near the top of the room. Actually, it's next to the entrance to the next room, where we normally would have had to go to get to Fendrana. And I pointed out this platform before. Now that we have the space jump boots, we can get up there. And also up here. Some more stuff up here. Classical suspension bridge is functional but requires power. Well, luckily there's a very convenient spinner right here. What? Over this way. Jump this gap. That's not the right way. We're just going around the outside edge here until we find something. I think there should be a door up here. Yes, a door. Check this out, we got a little shrine. Oh, let's jump on up and grab ourselves that artifact. It's the Artifact of Strength, the second of 12. We've had a hint for this for a very long time. Also, this little panel here is made of Bendesium. Game. Unusual activity in Magmoor region. Well, good thing we're in the Magmoor region. Thank you, game. So yes, that is going to be our next objective. But first, blow this open. Drop down. We get a power bomb expansion. Once again, getting the entire fanfare. If we come through this tunnel here, we actually get dropped out. Where are we? Back in Fiery Shores. Which is just ahead, actually, so that's good. I think. Am I going the right way? Is this where I'm thinking? Yes. Now, the first time any veteran Metroid player came through this tunnel, they knew that eventually they'd have to power bomb it. And they were right. Much like in Super Metroid with the tube leading into Meridia, you can power bomb this open. And we get another charge combo expansion for this. We have the Ice Spreader, the charged missile combo for the Ice Beam. It's a single shot attack just like the super missiles, but they use 10 missiles per shot. Now, where am I going to have a good chance to show this one off? Soon, hopefully. Go through the Fiery Shores. I believe our next stop is just up ahead, isn't it? Town of World West. Twin Fires. So, we need to get back to the geothermal core. Because it is a little bit ahead, I think I'm going to cut ahead to that one. Alright, and we are back here in the geothermal core. Now, this room... where does this connect to? This was from Fendrandra's south. So this was the elevator we took coming back from the fight with Thardus. And originally in this room here, there were those puddle spores in here that we used as platforms to get across. They're gone now, because the game knows we can just double jump across. We want to climb up here, and we can actually start climbing this room now that we have our grapple beam. Whee! And Magmoor Caverns is filled with rooms that use the grapple beam just to get across really easily, and it's a lot of fun. Right, and we have a bunch of spinners here too. So we're going to start undoing all these. And it's the music. It's time for our next physical challenge, as I like to call it. This one needs a few spins. Here we are. I think this should be the last one. And as might be obvious, we are making a bunch of platforms for ourselves so we can climb up toward the top. Now, This one. Oh, spider ball track. Never mind me, I'm just getting lost again in a game that I should know pretty well. At least I think I know pretty well. Oh boy. Over here. Wolf bomb slot. And apparently the whole thing's just a huge lid. And now we got a lot of spider balling to do. So let's jump on up here. And this room in particular is going to make pretty much the most use of us detaching and reattaching to the spider ball tracks. Like so. Keeping in mind for stuff like this, you will have to use the bomb jump instead of the regular mothball jump. Because you will have to detach from the tracks, which won't exactly work with the regular jump. Roll down here and there we go. That can be a little bit nerve-wracking, but yep, attach to that again. And do watch out for all the plated parasites here. Do take out a couple if you feel a little nervous of them being there, but here we go. Keep jumping up these tracks. Whee! Should be almost getting to the end of it. And do be warned that if you do get hit, you are going to fall. Which can be very, very problematic. Watch yourself here because you're dropping right into the rubble and that is a slope. Or you can get stuck on the top of it, which allows you just, you know, a really good point in which you can just power bomb it and drop normally. It's great. It's very, very, very great. And what do we have in here? I think I'm going to like this. Plasma beam. We can now open red doors, which we haven't seen too many of, but what we really have here is probably the most powerful beam of them all. It shoots relatively fast, it has, you know, pretty good range, and does a ton of damage. And it's fire-based, so you can burn things. And that's always the best part. Alright, so now we have our final beam upgrade. So what exactly is next? Well, there's actually a lot of things that we can now do back in Phendrana Drifts. So where is the... Do I want to... Yeah, so we want to take advantage of where we are now and head back to Phendrana through the south elevator there. Which I am going to do next time on Let's Play Metroid Prime. So now that we've gotten a ton of stuff, including our final beam upgrades, we are making a ton of progress. Because guys, let's face it, we're kind of in the point where we're just getting everything that's left to get at this point. Like, we don't have the last of the major upgrades yet, but we're basically in cleanup mode as it is. So we're going to continue with that next time as we go back to Phendrana Drifts. But in any case, thank you all so much for watching, and until next time guys, my name is Matt Omega, and I'll see you guys later.